Ciao. I don't know why anyways. Ciao guys, welcome to my channel and my video. I'm very excited to jump into this. I filmed it so many times. I like how mad I'm literally just so upset. I filmed it so many times, but I kept either getting interrupted, or the first time I filmed it, I looked so cute and I'm very upset, but I filmed it vertically instead of horizontally. And I didn't realize until I did like a private upload, and I was like, I cannot upload this. So that was like kind of a waste of time. Anyways, welcome you guys. I am very excited to get started. I just want to do a little disclaimer before I jump into the video, into the topic. Everything I talk about on my channel is going to be opinion based. They're also all based off of the personal experiences I went through and my own thoughts, and I've done a lot of self-reflection and I will continue to do so. But there you go. I hope you guys do take something good out of this. You know, again, like I said, this is my own personal opinion. I'm not a pushover. I don't fall under peer pressure, so you can't really change my mind about a lot of that. You can't change my mind. But my foot's itchy. But let's just get started. My favorite topic. You know, I've had like friends come to me and not complain. I don't like to say complain, but they've just expressed their emotions on how they're feeling, and they're like, I don't feel successful, I feel like this, la 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 la. And I'd always tell them, like, look, the root of all success is failure. No one's gonna share their the struggles they went through. A businessman is not going to tell you how many times he went in bankruptcy, or all the loans that he took out for his business, or everything that he's doing. They're not going to tell you that. And if they do, I'm very shocked. You know, I feel as though people should experience or should share the things that they experienced prior to them becoming successful, right? And I'd always tell people, I'm like, the root of all success is failure, but no one's going to share that with you. And you know, I'd give my friends advice, and then I'd let them go with whatever thoughts they had after. And then, you know, I was sitting in my room and thinking, I'm like, okay, I keep telling all my friends the root of all success is failure, but what do I define as failure? You know, I have my own way of thinking, and you know what I think success is. I already have that defined for me, but what do I define as failure? And I remember I did something and I was like, man, like, I did something and I felt like a failure, but in reality that's not failing. The root of all failure, I strongly believe, is fear and the lack of respect. Fear will go more into like the professional aspect of your life, whether that's like medical, engineering, business, whatever that may be, whatever career field you're in, whether, even if it's retail, you know, services. Fear is failure. And failure in relationships, whether it's platonic, romantic, you know, anything of that sort, relationship with yourself, is the lack of respect. And I'm just so I'm like getting mad. I'm just so passionate about this because like I realized it and I was like, whoa, that just changed my perspective on so many things. It changed my perspective of like what I accomplished in life and the things I went through. And then I was like, it also changed my opinion about people. You know, not my close ones. Actually, did change my opinions about my close ones. My opinions about them got better. Not that I ever thought anything bad about my friends, because I pick and choose my friends 100%. But that's besides the point. What I'm trying to get at is like, it changed my perspective on a lot of things. And you know, I was thinking, I'm like, okay, when have I failed in a professional aspect? And I was like, I started laughing. I was literally in my room just thinking about this. I was bored because I'm tired of watching TV. I don't really get anything mentally stimulating for them. I just have it playing in the back when I'm like doing stuff, you know. And I was like just sitting and laughing, and I was like, oh my gosh, I have been given so many amazing business opportunities and I've turned them down. And I was thinking like, okay, well, why did I? One of them, I just did not feel comfortable. Actually, two of them, because I was just given another business opportunity, but two of them I just did not feel comfortable with. I did my research, it just did not sit right with me. I prayed and I was like, please God, like, you know, show me the way, because I was just so confused. But if you're confused about a situation, I would say majority of the time the answer is no, you know, also depending on what it is. But And I was like, okay, I didn't fail there. I feel as though I didn't fail there because I knew that if I went for it, I wouldn't be happy. That's fine. But the other business opportunity that I was given, I was scared. And that's when I just changed my opinion about a lot of things. It's because I was scared. Now, for the business opportunity I was given, I had no experience in that field. I was not knowledgeable about anything, and that is what, stopped me from trying. And then I was thinking again, I think a lot, but I was thinking again, and I was like, for the job that I have right now, I didn't know. I never worked in this field before. I never worked a day in retail in my life, and I still went for it. I worked for I work for a luxury retail company. I never worked a day in retail in my life, but I was given the opportunity, and I interviewed, went through all the interview processes and all that fun stuff. I did training, so I learned along the way, but I just did it. That is not failure because I tried. But this other business opportunity is failure because I was scared. I still have the opportunity to do it. However, where I am in life right now and all the commitments I have, I would just be setting myself up for, I'd set myself up for failure. I just wouldn't have enough time. I'd have too much things this hair is bothering me. I'd have too much on my plate. But that's failure because I didn't try because I was scared. But I've been working this retail job for, I think over 6 months. I learned something new every day. I just came back from work and I learned something new today. And I was telling my boss, I was like, oh, I just feel so stupid because I didn't know. And I was like, I learned something new today. You learn something new every day with your friends. You learn something new every day with your parents. So why is that going to stop you from pursuing a career just because you're scared? And that's where failure comes in. That's what I think failure is, because you're afraid to do something. You didn't even try. You didn't even try. I'd rather have you do something and regret that and quote unquote fail, not end up where you want it to be after, instead of not do it and wonder what if. And obviously, don't be stupid, don't do drugs, don't put your life in danger, someone else's life in danger, or something that's gonna stunt your career in the future or your career now. But failure is the fear. Just do it. You're gonna learn. You think a businessman knew what he was doing when he was opening up his own practice? Or whatever, his own business? You think a nurse knew what they were doing in med school? You think a lawyer knew what he was doing when he first started to defend people in court? You think an engineer knew how to build rockets? No, but that didn't stop them. They might have been scared and nervous. That's different. But having fear and letting that stunt your professionalism, that's failure. Letting fear stunt you in life, in your career, that is failure. Just keep in mind that you're going to learn along the way, whether it's a month from now or 10 years from now, you're going to learn something new. So might as well just do it. Failure is not even trying. Failure is just not even trying, being fearful of that. Now, failure in relationships, whether that's personal, platonic, romantic, is the lack of respect. And I've been told this actually. They're like, well, no, Bianca, the reason why it ended so badly is because he was lying. And why was he lying? Because he didn't have respect for you. If you have respect for someone, everything else, even respect for yourself, everything else is going to come along. Honesty is going to, my nose is itchy from my glasses, but honesty is going to come. Communication is going to come. Just think about it. Let's say I respect my friends and my family, and always they always ask me, they're like, hey Bianca, I need advice, can you please help me? And I always ask them, I'm like, well, do you want me to be honest or do you want me to be nice? And 100% of the time they always choose honesty, and I'm like, okay. because I respect you and love you, I'm gonna give you the cold hard truth, whether you want to hear it or not. Obviously, I deliver it sometimes in a nicer way than what I'm thinking. Okay, I will say like 10% of the time I deliver it in a better way than what I'm thinking, but it's because I have respect for them. It's because I want them to grow as an individual, and no one's gonna tell them the hard truth. Everyone's gonna sugarcoat and be like, no, it's okay, no, like your feelings are valid, but don't be a wuss about it. Like, you just have to man up, or like you just have to own up to it and like stay strong. You know what I mean? Have respect for yourself, because at the end of the day, you go to bed with yourself. You have thoughts to yourself. No one's gonna know what you're thinking. Have respect for yourself, because then you're gonna have respect for others. Okay, you picked yourself up off the ground when you were crying. No one else was there to help you. Yeah, maybe your friend was there to help you when you had like a breakup. Why am I getting mad? When you had a breakup. But like, at the end of the day, who was there when you were crying? Who was there when you failed professionally? No one. Have respect for yourself. Have respect for other people, because respect is gonna get you so far in life. You're gonna have emotional intelligence if you have respect. I just don't think people realize that's the one thing you need. I believe that's the one thing you need. Everyone that I love, I have respect for. I'm gonna communicate with them when I'm upset with them or towards a situation, because I respect them. They are respected enough to know. You know what I mean? I have like this sense of like, okay, they're this person, they need to know, no matter how much it hurts. Someone I respect, I'm gonna be honest. I'll do things for them if I respect them. I'll lend a hand if I can, or if I see something, I'll get it, be like, hey, I was thinking about you, because I respect them. I can proudly say that majority of my friendships are either still the only reason why majority of my friendships now are still standing, and that's because I've messed up in the past. I've had some fallouts with some people, but I was also immature back then. I also did not have respect for that person, nor for myself during that time being. But the friendships I have now and the connections I have now, whether it's like professional or personal, it's all based off of respect. I'm not gonna call names to my friend. That's just like, okay, my friend and I, like, we joke around, yada yada yada, we text each other rude stuff, or like, I'm like, you're so this, la la la, and then he does the same to me. But at the end of the day, we have so much respect for each other, and we know what our boundaries are of each other, and we never ever 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 cross it. And if one of us do, we tell the other person, like, hey, this kind of hurt, please don't say that again, or hey, don't do this. It's because respect. My friend was going through stuff in her life, as well as I, like, during the time, and I like saw her the other day, and I told her, I was like, look, I want to apologize on my behalf. You deserve respect, and I feel as though I've been disrespectful to you recently, and then I told her how I was feeling towards her during that time being, and she took it well, and just thanked me. And she also told me how she was feeling, and I just felt so content and so happy, because it was clearly shown that respect reciprocated. And like, I don't know how I feel about the whole thing where it's like, someone needs to earn my respect. I go back and forth with that. It's like the whole trust thing. It's like, someone needs to earn your trust. Yeah, I have like what's it called? Like a basic level of respect, right? Like, I'm not gonna be rude towards someone, I'm not gonna do XYZ. I feel like that's just like level 1. And then like level 2 is like for friends and family, and like I have like 2 levels. Respect just for strangers and yada yada yada, just to get by and be the good person that I want to be. And then respect, which is like, it's different. It's like a different level. But give respect, even if someone is disrespecting you, because nothing's gonna piss them off more than you just being calm and collective, no matter how much you want to scream. And also, never ever, when you're arguing with someone, use curse words. Words hurt a lot. You're showing disrespect. it's gonna stick with them after. And then your relationship's gonna fail, whether it's friendship or like platonic or romantic, because they're gonna be like, oh, well, you're so disrespectful to me because you said XYZ, or you're disrespectful because you're not communicating, you're disrespectful because you're lying. Well, no one's gonna say you're disrespectful. They're just gonna say, well, you're lying to me, you're not communicating, I can't trust you because you're cheating, or I caught you doing this, la la la. That goes for both men and women. But there's a lack of respect, because if they had respect for you, they would not do that. And it shows who, I'm getting a little mad again, I need to relax, but it also shows who they are as a person. Like, if you did everything right in the relationship, like I said, whether platonic or romantic, and they continued to mess up and they did XYZ, then it's just a reflection of who they are, and they don't have respect for themselves, and that's why, like, they're not happy with themselves. So, and the relationship is failing because there's no respect. It's like a domino effect. You know, you push respect over and everything else is gonna come. Trust, honesty, you know, communication, vulnerability. I think being vulnerable is such a beautiful thing, but a lot of people don't, which I understand. We've all been hurt. We've all went through hard times. You just have to be vulnerable with the right people. You just have to, like, protect it, you know, and then whenever you feel comfortable, whenever you feel respected, then, you know, vulnerability is a beautiful thing. But what I'm trying to get at is the root of all failure is just fear and the lack of respect. Just do some self-evaluating, like, on your life or on your friendships, how you've been treated as a person, you know. And if you're thinking, like, well, I've done everything right and I'm not treated correctly, then you just have to realize that's, like, on them, and then there's no respect in that factor, and you can't really blame yourself. But if you are noticing, you're like, well, I've been disrespectful to this person, and, like, what I said hurt them, is that why this ended? Or is it because I did something, not even what I said, but because I did something and they felt like I betrayed their trust, or they betrayed my trust, or something like that? I don't know. So just do some evaluating, because once you really think about that, like, just really sit and think about it. Think about fear and the lack of respect, because it's a whirlwind. Like, maybe what I'm saying is making sense, or maybe what I'm saying is not making sense right now, but that's what I see, and that's, like, the pattern I've noticed, whether it's, like, in my life or the pattern I noticed in, like, my really close friends' life. You know, I was like, oof, there's no respect, you know, and it's heartbreaking to see that, you know, there's a lack of that in this day and age. So just do, like I said, just do reflection, you know, self-evaluation. See if you're happy with yourself. If you're not, there's something you need to change. Have respect for yourself, because you're gonna have respect for others. And don't let a relationship fail. Now, there's a time where you can let go, which I'm gonna maybe talk about. I don't know, we'll see. There's a different time when you can let go of someone, whether it's like you guys just grew apart, but when, you know, everything was going good, and then all of a sudden, like, boom, or it's just constant toxicity, there's no respect. So I feel like I've said my piece. Even though I kind of got mad a couple times, but it's just something that it's heartbreaking to see. And like you know, even when I'm working sometimes and I see the way people act with each other, it says a lot about a person. And I've even had my questionable times. I've even had times where I was not myself, and I wasn't proud of who I, you know, used to be, or what I've done. But, you know, just evolve as a person, and then just do a lot of self-reflection. So I really hope that you guys got something good out of this video. I hope you're somewhat entertained. Stay tuned for the next one. I wish you all the best. Ciao.